reading request I received via email. A very, very, I would say, unique hand, and it has equally negative aspects and equally positive. I'm a fan of the singer, so I know much about her, but I was also surprised to see many things about her which I thought would not be possible. First of all, I was surprised to see a squarish formation of the hand instead of a rectangular one. A rectangular one is more artistic, more idealistic. A squarish one is more practical. I'm not saying she's not practical, but the way like her life has been, it's very surprised that it does show a practical mindset. The fingers are a bit contradicting this, though they do show energy, but again, on the same level, we see the third phalanges of the finger of ambition, the finger of discipline, being very, very strong and thick. Now, when they're thick, this means that the person has their base desires are very strong. Their sex drive is very strong, and it's no surprising because she also has this aura, and which very sexual aura about her, and her sex drive is very high. Look at the lower Mars and the Venus Mount; both are equally developed, and we see that the one of the headlines, she has double headlines. One of them is coming from lower Mars. She has been diagnosed with bipolar disorder. Her mother also had it, and most people who have, I won't say most people, like I would. Okay, yeah, sorry. In this case, yeah, most people who have bipolar disorder, uh, get diagnosed with bipolar disorder, tend to have two headlines. Now, with the two double headline combination, it's a very, very tricky one. You have to look at the whole hand. So in her case, we see that it from the start. Usually, I don't see headlines starting with the both headlines starting together. We see this is starting attached to the lifeline. So at one time, she was following what her parents said, but everyone started having money problems. She even got admission into a good school, good college, then went to community college, then even got kicked out or just left there. And then we see at the same time that because two contradicting natures. One, she wants to follow a disciplined lifestyle, follow what her parents are saying, and the other headline is showing that she wants to do what she wants to do. This hand, if I did know that she was a singer, I would say this is a sports person's hand because it's so squarish and the lower Mars mount is so strong. And we see that when this headline is so strong, the second one, that it overlaps. I'm not even surprised because her go-getter attitude, that is what has made her successful, and that too from her early 20s. So we see this headline when they separate, that is the age of 30. When this the headline and lifeline separate, that is like 22, 23. This could be around the time she got fame with the single closer. It could be. But anyways, we know that from 20s itself, the second headline has started. So we also see this headline when it separates is going down towards the very developed Mount of Luna, and the third world is very developed. Again, the base desire. Now here comes energy, here comes the drive, and itself the moon mount is one of the most developed. So if we see the developed mounts, we say moon, Venus, and then inner Mars, Mercury, and Jupiter. Which are not developed is Apollo and Saturn. Now Saturn is very flat, and the Saturn finger is not that strong because the other fingers are leaning towards it. We see they are leaning towards it. So this means that this person, when they have responsibilities in life, they struggle to uphold them. They struggle to fulfill them. Like it could be motherhood, it could be many things. So that's why there's a clash with parents. There's also a clash with parents due to this Mercury finger standing out. This shows independence of thought. So this person, as they say, that her music is also not what you say is also not generic. You see that it has a unique tone about it, and it's still commercial. That is because she is practical. She knows the value of money, and financially she's very lucky. We see that both of the fate lines are starting from the moon mount. Even having one is lucky, but having two fate lines starting from the moon mount is very lucky. This second fate line shows that whoever she gets into a relationship with, involuntarily or voluntarily, that person, they help her to succeed in their career. So mostly she will get married, or even she has a child with a screenwriter. So anyone in that entertainment industry, she will get linked to them and fall into a relationship with them. But this kind of hand, the way the inner Mars line is there, that means that before the age of 30, she will get into multiple relationships. Even if she is not in a relationship with this screenwriter or is in a relationship with the screenwriter, that won't last. So she will be in multiple relationships until she enters even her mid 30s, I would say, when she enters that, then she will concentrate on motherhood, etc. So it could be that the relationship with her child is won't be that strong, and it could be like it plays out like what happened with her and her parents, her daughter, I think, or whoever is whatever is the gender of the child. Sorry, I forgot. That person, that child will do the same. They will also break away and then reconcile years later. But she will try her best to become a better parent. Right now, she is in her mid 20s, so in her mid 30s, she will try to become a better parent. This is what I've seen on the hand. Again, the lines change. And then we also see many lines. I also see some other lines coming from the Mount to Moon, some lines coming here and going towards Apollo and Saturn. So this means this person's whole success is either in art or in same creativity, but with the support of other people. Remember, fate line from Monto Moon means that you need public approval to go ahead. Advertising, politicians, music, all genres of entertainment, you need the public approval to become successful, no matter how much you think your product, your song, etc. is good. So we see that. And along with this, we see that the Jupiter mount is also very strong. This means that the person, through their ambition themselves, like she is very self-made. Her parents didn't help her, so she's a self-made person. That is also supporting the squarish form. And Mercury, of course, you see the Mercury finger is very, very, very long, very exceptional. So this means that this person is very good with money and won't have major financial problems. She might have some lawsuits, maybe owing to divorce, maybe owing to the child suing her later on because of the flat Saturn mount. So that could be a problem. And again, the responsibilities. So she should maybe she should try becoming more responsible right now and take some time off from recording, because she can also become a workaholic due to the squarish form. And again, there are some nervousness problems because she has many health problems. This is shown. I have drawn over the lifeline, but it's very weak and it's ending here. And again, we see it ending in the mid 30s or early 40s. So again, this doesn't mean her life will end or something. This just means she will change her ways in a way that she will concentrate more on raising her family, on philanthropic endeavors. She's a very philanthropic person, but this will happen later on because she is very hard-hearted. We see this due to the line of heart originating from Saturn. It's very, very straight. Usually, women, because they tend to be more emotional, but in her case, her heart line. This shows that just like Jaya Bachchan, etc., the woman with heartline, Saturnian heartline, they tend to be very, very good in their careers, and they tend to be very self-made, very independent, and she is very independent. But there's a clash with the headlines right now. That's why she will have some problems clashing with people, and this won't end until she enters her mid 30s to early 40s, when she will become philanthropic, and then she will donate to a lot of charities, etc. Right now, her whole mind is ambition. Her, if she marries someone, ambition. If she uh, dates someone, ambition. Everything is related to her ambition. Everything is related to her materialism. But she will continue to be original, etc. That's like who she is. She doesn't pretend to be this. She is like that. And we also see that the thumb is very long, very strong, but very straight. So stubborn as well. She's very stubborn. And the Venus mount, it's very the Venus lower Mars combination. This type of combination, it means that the person has many children out of wedlock, or many surprise children. No lack of family planning. So I could see 3 children. From her. So it can happen. Very high sex drive. So she needs a partner who is very sexually active, very fit, and she needs to be, for her, lust comes first, then love. So if you see her with attractive people, don't be surprised. In the relationship with attractive people, that's what she sees first of all. But when she enters her mid 30s to early 40s, she will change her ways. She will start looking at the personality. Right now, she could be deceived, and etc. because of this lusty attitude of hers. We also see a very good Mercury line early on. This means that from the start of her life, she has been drawn to the expression, etc. So a very early Mercury line also means, and the length of it going all the way, this means that she has always had business acumen. So this hand, the squarish hand, I would say, on in hindsight, that the squarish hand helps her become financially successful. Maybe if she had a rectangular hand, she would be more withdrawn, more socially inept, and wouldn't have this, or maybe the managers would abuse their relation with her. Like these type of things would have happened. But due to the squarish hand, she remains practical, and she will have a lot of career success. But I would still say she should start taking responsibilities for her actions, for her family, right now, from right now, and then only will the benefit of this headline going towards the Mount Moon, which is non-materialistic, benefit her. Thank you so much for being with me with this for this palm reading. Thank you for requesting this palm reading as a fan of the singer, and I really enjoyed it. Hope you guys enjoyed it too. Have a very nice weekend ahead.